I will create the first parts of it, and I make a blank database. We call it Dollbase. No, I just call it Dollbase and English. Actually, I make all my database in English when I made them talking English here, so I just call it Dollbase, and I will save it in another unit key, and I got Dollbase, that's the same as Dollbase, and then we make a new map with Dollbase in. Yeah. Okay. And now it saves in database on Dollbase. We create it. Okay. The first table we are going to make is well, it will be used in most other tables as a lookup table, so we make it I think I enter it in this done view instead. I choose to call this item base. It's a good name for it. Okay. And I got the ID auto number, that's K. I want to have a caption, and that's text. I want to have a description of what I'm storing, and I call it long text. No, it's called memo in the English version. Then I make a timestamp. That's date and time, and the default value is now. Now is the time. Yeah, that's about it. Save it. Oh. Now it will be better without I. Yeah, then that is created. And now I will create another table that will store brands just up and down. Every brands I can think of will be in that table. So I create a new table, and same here. Not really like data sheets mode when you should input. We call it brands, and here we will mix little. I would like to take the ID here from item base. So I enter the item base and ID and caption. and I will sort it for caption, and I will hide the key column. Yes. No, actually not. I call it ID also, and I make it the primary key. And then we will make a special. I copy the ID number, but I want to create a parent ID. This one I want to connect to another brand. That means I can, for example, have a car, Volvo is the brand, and V80 is also a brand. Then I can have Volvo connected to V80. I will enter here in row source, and instead of caption, well, I will still use caption from item base, but I will pick now I was in a hurry. Let's see what happens if we do like this. And then we save it. How does it look now? Terrible. I have to change caption to ID. So always save, otherwise it can go wrong. Let's save it and check it out. The most famous doll manufacturer I know of is Mattel. So add Mattel Inc. And we got the time when we add it. Now if we refresh, we got Mattel in our list. In the parent we don't have anything. If we add Mattel here, and we refresh, then we got Mattel Inc. in our list. The thing we have created now, we can only have use things that we have input before. So we will make a brand question that we can add question to brands. Actually it's quite easy. We will create query design. We will have from both. Of course we will have either from brands. we will have parent ID from bands. We will have caption, description, and timestamp. And we save it as Q questionnaire brands. We will mark this we can have it like this. There is two things we should think of. We don't want to have a lot of same brands. So we close this down and we enter brands design again. And parent we can have many, but we will just have one ID, and it has given you one here. Yeah, I think that will work. Item base is the same. We will just have we don't want to have empty captions. And we want to index it, yes. So we can't make duplicates of it. There, we have done that. Yes. Yes. Now if you look at Q-brands, we got Mattel that we create. And now we want to create Bob. And the parent is of course Mattel. And we have other, for example, long time ago we had Big Jim that was made by Mattel. Okay. What was happening here? We got in the parent. We got yes. Duplicates should be allowed, that we can have many. Now we should try it out. I think we got Big Jim in our list now. yeah, and it's Mattel. Strange. Take away the index and save it. See if it's more happy this time. Yeah, no, it works. Third time. Charm. Okay. That was the brands. I will change this and show the view object type instead. We got two tables, brand and item base in the bronze. We got products. Yeah. And we create the table. And of course, we have the same one. We call it products. And same here. I want to take the ID from bands. Yes, and we make a primary key here. And actually, I would like to copy brands also. And I put two of it in my product. I want to have one for brand and I want to have one for factory. That's about it so far. I have a product code, a serial number, but I call it product code instead. Actually, as is in products, I just call it code, and it's a text. There can be letter and it can be numbers. We got the release date, the date where they released the item. And we got the copyright year. It's good to have also. And we make that the text because we will not want to calculate with it. This one is here, Mattel got copyright year on every one of their product, but other manufacturers don't have copyright year on them. But we choose to have it anyway. it can be empty if we don't want to add it. We want to have an addition. How many did I made of just this doll? And of course it's a number. And we already got the timestamp. Yeah, so that's about it. Close. And we save it. In the same way that we did with brands, we'll create the input questionnaire for it. So it's the query design, and we want to have item base and products. They are connected. So basically we have ID, we have the code, we have the copyright year, we have the release date, and we got brand ID and manufacturer ID and edition. In the end we got timestamp and description. And we add the caption close to the ID. And then we save it. Yes. And we call it Q products. Now we got our input here, and let's see if I can find some dolls also to try it out. Excuse me, I'm a little cold. There is different type of series. We'll come to that later. But I don't know where to start input. We have a series I'm called at Barbie style, and they have come with about one doll each season. So we got 4 dolls, and they started in summer. And now I know the code is actually I don't have the code in the head, so can input it later. Of course it's a Barbie and it's Mattel. And then come autumn, same here, Mattel. Och then come winter. and then come spring. This is not the official name of it. It's all Dollbase, but it's easier for me to separate them. Then we have Studio. That was a 5th edition to the series with furniture, a vanity table with it also. Timestamp comes automatic. I have mentioned collections several times. So if we close products, we'll make a collection series also. And actually we look at products. We had the brand ID and the code. I will use them in my other docs also. Copy, and we create table, design view, and we call it collections. Yeah. We got the ID and brand ID. A collection can have a assortment number that all items in the series got. So we add an assortment. Is text. And then we got the brand ID. That's enough. And of course we should enter we save it. No, we should make it primary key. Did we make this the primary key in? Yeah. And brands was the primary key also, I think. Yeah. So let's make a question. Yes, and we create a query design, and we want to have the collections in it, and the database in it. And we want to have ID. We want to have assortment. We want to have brand ID. We want to have the description and the timestamp and the caption. I think that's about it here. We save it and we call it Q collections. And we got here we can choose in the list, but as we don't have the and a collection. So let's add a few. Barbie style. And of course it's Barbie. And we got signature looks. And we got inspiring woman. And here we got an assortment number, FGH62. We got something that is called music series. And here is a thing we have to add something in the field in the collection for it to update the ID field. But we leave with that for now. And of course there is a connection between collections and products. Now when we just entered those we assumed it has only one collection, but let's say I want to have a collection for my dolls, then I will have two collections that can include many dolls. So we got the many-to-many relationship. And the way you solve it in Access and actually most relation databases is that you have to create a table with two relations in between collections and products. So let's do that. Create a new one. New table. No, yeah. And we save. And we save it as collection products. And it is very nice to me. It creates an automatic counter, and actually we will probably never needing this one, but we'll still let it be there. And now we will look up from the wizards, and I will want to look up from collections. And I type name and assortment because in the guides I don't think you can use two. No, you can just need one. So we take the ID, and I use the assortment for now in this one, and we will increase it, and then we will hide key column, yeah, of course, and we call it collection ID, and we allow multiple no, we just finished it there. There, we got it. Now we will edit this one in the lookup. We will add and of course, and we got the caption in it. Or yeah, I think we do that way. We save it, and we will look how it works. In the collections now, we will only get the collections we inputted. And we enter a product. We'll copy that. And call it product ID. Close down product. And now with this table, yes, we can put together Barber style with autumn in this way. Yeah. So far so good. If we enter we create a query design, we use the collector products, and we use the products, and we connect product with ID, and we take collection and we take all the thing in products. I think this is right. Yes, and we call it Q collection products. And if we enter collections, open it up, we can add a sub data sheet, and here we add queries Q collection products, and we connect the collector with the ID. Okay. Yes. And I have to change this. And we, instead of ID from products, we take product ID, remove that ID. Now it will work better, I think. Maybe if you open right. Winter and so on. You got collection, product ID, of course we could make a new one here also. For example, signature looks. Strange. Yeah, of course. Of course we should add this one instead. question that we got caption, description, and those things with us. It's little nervous to create online, but I think it will be good. Yeah. And we got signature looks. We had Cam. And his actually he's not it's a Ken. Mattel. I forget the brands. No, it works better. Now I think we got everything with us that we need. Now let's see. I do winter, but this should be it should be come. And if we add a new I'm a little confused what's happening. And if I don't know what's happening, how can you know? More subdata sheet and Q collections, link shield fields collection, link master field ID. And we got what do we have here? We should look at the products. How do this look? Look up. ID of collection, caption are Dollbase. Yeah, we got just those. And if we look at the product, we got all. Now it should be better. And we look at the collections. Well, I will end this lecture and make it the cliffhanger to the next time, where we will do actually start to input the dolls that belongs to our products. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to prenumerate.